History of Muscat. Muscat, Arabic Mascar, town, capital of Oman. Located on the Gulf of Oman coast, the town long gave its name to the country, which was called Muscat and Oman until 1970. Situated on a cove surrounded by volcanic mountains, the town is connected by road to the west and the south. In 1508, the Portuguese gained control of Muscat and the adjacent coast. Until driven out in 1650, they maintained a trading post and naval base there. Two 16th-century Portuguese forts overlook the town. Muscat's old wall still stands, as well as some of its gates. The town's unusual architecture shows Arab, Portuguese, Persian, Indian, African, and modern Western influences. The Sultan's Indian-style palace is built at the edge of the sea. Muscat is the site of a national museum. Commercial activity is centered around Matra. Just to the west, Hop, 2003, 24,893, Urban Aglom, 632,073. Jebel Akhdar War, a series of conflicts during the mid and late 1950s between residents of the interior of Oman, supported by Saudi Arabia and Egypt, and the Sultan of Muscat and Oman, who was aided by Britain. The rebels sought independence and control of the interior lands and any oil to be found therein. Oman was historically divided between the coastal area ruled by a sultan in Muscat, and the interior, where the people were loyal to an elected imam. Under the terms of the 1920 Agreement of Al-Sib, the sultan was sovereign over all of Muscat and Oman, but the Omani interior enjoyed autonomy under its imam. Muscat and Oman remained peaceful until the late 1940s, when the oil company Aramco found what it thought was evidence of oil near the Bahraini oasis. On the border between Oman and the Trucial states, now the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia claimed the area in 1952. Sultan Said ibn Taymiyyah of Muscat and Oman made common cause with Muhammad al-Khalili, the Omani imam, to unite their forces in order to expel Saudi Arabia from the Omani portion of the oasis. However, the British government persuaded the Sultan to stand down in light of an agreement between Britain and Saudi Arabia. In 1954, Muhammad al-Khalili died and was succeeded by Ghalib after the Sultan granted an oil concession in the part of Oman that was under the Imam's control. Ghalib declared Oman to be independent of Muscat. The Sultan responded by invading the Omani interior with the support of British forces, and, after gaining control of the major towns, he declared the Agreement of Al-Sib to be nullified and the office of Imam abolished. Ghalib abdicated and retired to his home village. But his brother Talib went first to Saudi Arabia and then to Egypt to gather support for Omani independence. In addition, he collected and trained an Omani military force. In 1957, Talib returned to Oman with some 200 men and declared the imamate restored. Ghalib again assumed the title of imam. The Sultan sent his forces to Talib's stronghold, and a 7-day battle ensued. The tribal leader Sulayman ibn Himyar later joined the rebellion, bringing with him all those who lived in the vicinity of the Jebel Akhdar mountains, and the rebels were then able to rout the Sultan's forces. The Sultan, believing that his forces would be unable to defeat the rebels, requested assistance from the British, who responded with infantry and Air Force bombers. The rebels were soon compelled to retreat into the Jebel Akhdar, where they made a new stronghold. Through most of 1958, British Royal Air Force RAF bombers attacked the rebels by air. To little avail, while the rebels were able to gain supplies and weaponry from Saudi Arabia. Blockades and attempts by ground forces to reach and dislodge the rebels were likewise ineffective. At last, in 1959, two British Special Air Service (SAS) squadrons were able to scale the Jebel Akhdar and end the rebellion. The Sultan of Muscat and Oman resumed control of the Omani interior. Thanks for watching.